Well, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us at noon on Wednesday, day 3 of the Maryland Virtual Training Institute. It is so wonderful to have each and every one of you with us today. It looks like we have about 55, 56 participants, so that is fantastic. We appreciate your time. So my name is Ellen Beatty. I'm the Chief of Adult Instructional Services at the Maryland Department of Labor, and my colleagues and I are thrilled to introduce Sharon Smith-Johnson with a presentation on interactive lessons using 2 fantastic resources. So as we're getting started, just a few housekeeping items. If you are using the chat box, which we definitely encourage you to do, please make sure you're choosing panelists and attendees instead of solely panelists. That way everyone can see your responses. So go ahead and put into the chat box who you are and where you're signing in from. We'd love to know that. And as we get started, I'm also going to launch a poll. And the poll just simply asks one question. What is your role within your program? We want to know who we have joining us today. All right, this is awesome. It looks like the majority of people in our audience, Sharon, are ABE instructors, but we are very closely followed by ESL instructors, and we have all a wide range of people joining us today. And I'm looking at the chat box quickly, and I see that we have people from Virginia joining us. We've had people in the past sessions from New Jersey and West Virginia. So we love to see our visitors from other states. So welcome everyone. It's fantastic to see all of you. So with that, I'm going to turn us over to Sharon so I don't take any of her precious time. So Sharon, take it away.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. And it's good to see everybody here. I am an ABE instructor, a tutor, actually, and I've been doing it for many years, but I'm also a teacher with Prince George's County Public Schools. And this is 2 of the platforms that we've been introduced to. We don't have to stick to any one, but these are the 2 that I found very user-friendly that I would like to share with you today. So again, my name is Sharon Smith-Johnson, and I will be sharing interactive lessons with Pear Deck and Nearpod. And just before we get started, I want you to know I'm novice. I just learned both of these platforms this very year. So, but I was able to access it, and I hope that you can get something from it. You will have to, at some point, minimize your this Zoom and then go to another tab so you can join a lesson. I'll tell you when you need to do that. So our objectives today is that for you teachers to learn about 2 interactive platforms that can be used with adult learners, whether you're ESOL, whether you're I saw the people from the prison educational program, whether you're ABE, and that you teachers will learn how to install the platforms and use in your classes, and that you can participate as students in 2 interactive lessons that I have for you, and that I want you as the students this time to be able to evaluate the platforms for use in your individual classes. All right, so let's get started. The first platform that I want to share with you is called Pear Deck. And actually the first slide from my presentation was a Pear Deck slide. But Pear Deck slides help you to engage every student in their, every student wherever you are, and give little formative assessments no matter what grade or subjects you teach, okay? So Pear Deck, this is a little icon for Pear Deck, this little pear. So Pear Deck supports interactive learning and community-focused classrooms that help students build their confidence and comprehension. So let's look. This is an easy slide that tells you how to get Pear Deck. Pear Deck is really an add-on from a Google slide. So if you go to a Google slide, and you'll see me open it in just a second. So it's really just 3 steps that you would need to do. You open Pear Deck add-ons through the add-on menu, and you'll see that in just a second. And then you add slides. But as soon as you add the slide, as soon as you click a slide, it adds on. So I'm going to show you some of the slides before we start clicking. And then you, of course, click which slide you want to use in your presentation. So let's look at some of the slides. So this is one of the slides you can see. There's no way I could show you every slide. You're going to have to go in and check it out yourself. But this is one simple slide that the students can see, and they would be able to draw 2 types of things they already know about whatever topic it is. They can write or draw about it. You can ask them, what do you wonder about today's topic? This is just some slides I want to share with you before we actually get into it. You can ask them about, how was your homework assignment? They can say up or down. However, you can change the wording on any slide. So if it says if you like the slide, this particular one, a dot will slide here or here, and you'll see if most people got it and some people didn't. But you can change the words here to fit your own needs, and you will see. And then this is one of my favorite slides that I like to use, because it could be for any subject, true or false. And once again, you will see more people with true or more people with false, and you'll be able to respond to it. This is just one about how are you feeling. So again, the little blue dot will show whether they have understanding, a little confused, or stop, I need some more help. Okay, and then this is about us. If you have a student that's really shy, or students, you can just ask, do you feel comfortable sharing your thoughts? And of course, you can call the ones who do. This is another one. Students, it's time to stop and start, and you can give them the steps. You can write in whatever you want to use it for, and I'll show you in my presentation. So let me do a sample Pear Deck lesson with you. And this is the point where you will have to open another tab. Let me show you why. Okay, so here's Pear Deck. This is, you could have your own PowerPoint presentation and just add Pear Deck to it. Or you can go to, once you do, this is a Google slide. And so you can go right here to add-ons. This is what you will be adding Pear Deck on. You click on add-ons, and then you click Pear Deck add-on. I already have added Pear Deck, so I'm going to click open Pear Deck. So once I open it, I may have to move this, okay? So once I open it, you can see all of these choices right here, all of the templates. I don't want to click on them because when you click on them, it automatically goes into your presentation. So you want to look through it once you get the add-on and see which slide you like to use. You want to get familiar with it, but I've already selected some for this lesson. So this is a sample lesson that I did with my, I think, 6th grade students. So I'm going to just click start lesson from Pear Deck. And what happens is I'm going to make it, when you do a Pear Deck lesson, you can make a student pace, which means you can assign it to the students later and they could do it, or you can make an instructor pace and they're doing it right there in class with you.
Sharon, I don't mean to interrupt, but would you mind putting the link to the lesson in the chat box?
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'll do that when we get back to it. I will.
Okay, thanks.
For right now, this is how you're going to interact with the lesson. Everyone needs to open a new tab and type in joinpd.com. So you want to open a new tab and type in joinpd.com. And this is the same thing you're going to do for your students. Once you tell them, once you start the lesson, whichever PowerPoint you present, you join PD, and every time you hit start lesson, it will generate a code for the students. So once you type in join.pd, it's going to ask you for a code. This is the code you're putting in. QOR space SDM. All right. So 4 students are in already. I'm going to wait and let you get in. And let's see. While you are getting in, I'm going to, well, I don't want to take it out. But once we get back into the main PowerPoint, I'll put the link to that PowerPoint so everyone can have it. All right, we have 15 students in. All right, you got it. So I'm gonna give you about another minute, and even if I start, you can still log on. So go ahead and write the code down if you need to. QOR space SDM. All right. I see most people are in. Wait, one more minute. So this is a new tab and you're writing joinpd.com QOR space SDM. Quick olives, rarely switch determined muffins. Okay. Okay. So we've got quite a few people in. I'm going to hit start, but again, it doesn't matter if I start or not. You can still join in. Okay. All right. So this is a sample lesson that I did with a class. So let me share it with you. I gave them the objectives, and our objectives, well, the lesson that you're going to take part in is we're going to review integers on a number line, and I want you to discover that numbers have opposites. All right. So now you will see a peer deck, and I'm asking you, what do you wonder about today's topic? When I told you we're going to be talking about integers, and you can write it in. Does everyone see, or can one or two people respond to what they see right now? Let's see. I can see myself using this very soon. Okay, good. All right. Let's see. So 29 people responded already. So let's see. Wait a minute. Let me see. I'll show you the responses. So this is what some people are responding. So this is what you will see as a teacher. If you see my screen now, you will see actually what the students are writing. -4 and 4 are opposites. Why do numbers have opposites? And you can scroll down and see more. What is an opposite? How is it helpful in math class? How can a number have an opposite? Not sure. That's what you may get from a student, really. How can numbers have opposites? What is an integer? How do you show an integer on a number line? So that's what you can actually see your students write. They're engaged. Okay, let's go to the next one. Is this statement true or false? A number can be negative or positive. Is that true or false? A number can be negative or positive. Is that something that's true or false? Okay, one person can't get in. And when that happens, I ask them to still look at the presentation from the site. And then I try to troubleshoot later, because that may happen too in your classes. You may have a student, for some reason, they can't get in. And so you would ask them, please continue to watch the lesson and participate orally or in the chat. Okay, so let's see. All right. So more people thought that it was true. Only a few people thought it was false. And it is true. Okay, so this one is a drag your dot to indicate whether you agree or disagree. Two numbers can have the same absolute value. Is that true? Can two numbers have the same absolute value? Can two numbers have the same absolute value? I'm typing the site one more time and the code one more time in the chat, so you can try once more if you can't get in. All All right, so can two numbers, and you see, some people disagree, but a lot of people agree with it. So this is something to engage them before they actually know. All right. And I just put a lot of these in. You can choose the ones you want. And you'll see it's so many slides to choose from. All right, how about this one? Drag your dot to how you are feeling. Should I keep going? Did you understand what we're doing? Are you a little confused or you want me to stop? Okay. Let's see how you are feeling. All right, most people say keep going. All right, I will. All right, okay. So here's another true and false. Is this statement true or false? As you move to the left on a number line, the number gets smaller. Is that true or false? And let me respond to one of the questions. This is, what is the site? This is a Pear Deck activity, but you type in joinpd.com in your search bar. And then you put in this code when it asks for a code, QOR space SDM. All right, let's see. So most people think that it is true. All right, so I'm going to skip this one because it requires you to go to another tab. And some people, this was just another activity, even if you are in, well, I can go to it. Even if you are in Pear Deck, you could put another link in. If you've ever heard of Kahoot, I know you have, but this is another activity where you can actually open up another tab. Let's go ahead and do it right quick. Open up another tab, and this time you're going to type in, let's see if I can, this is blocking me and I can't move it, I don't think. Let me see. Okay. All right, so if you want to do this, we'll do this right quick before we go back. This requires you to open up a new tab too. And this time you're clicking www.kahoot.it. All right, and then this is your game pin that you put in. Let me see if I can. And this is really another interactive activity. This Kahoot also has lessons already developed and everything. You can join this as well if you like. But this is something I often do at the end of the week just to get the kids engaged. They like Kahoot, so. Let me see how we are on time. Okay, I think we're doing good on time. All right, I'm gonna give another minute. And this is one also that if you don't get in right away, you can still come in. You may miss question one, but you wanna click in www.kahoot.it, and then that's your code. Let's see. Oh. Okay, we're gonna start because, okay, so this one is just on number lines again. So this is just 9. I chose a short one. So how many bags of mortar are needed for 200 blocks? Let me see if I can make this big. Is it 4, 5, 4.5, or 5.5? All right, so the correct answer was 5. And that was Miss Becca. If a car travels at a speed listed below, how far will it travel in 5 hours? They're traveling 30 miles per 3 hours. How far will it travel in 5 hours? And you may not be a math person, but just guess. The point is, you want to get your learners engaged. All right, 50. And look, 13 people got it right. All right. All right. I think we have another math teacher with us. Becca must be a math teacher. All right, choose the best answer. Books to DVDs, 3-2. And if you have 15 books, how many DVDs do you have? All right. "22 people answered." All right, that was 14. Let's see. Oh, wow, Becca really knows math. All right. How much time will it take to travel 14 miles? All right. All right. Wow. Okay, what number on the bottom number line would match 36 on the top number line? me see. All right, 13 people got it right. All right. What is the missing? All right. 9 out of the 10 people that responded got it right. That's good. So this is just a little interactive site is also this is a plus. How many girls would there be if there were 13 boys? All right, 9. What is a double number line best used for? All right, very good. Becca has got to be a math teacher. Okay, double number lines can help us do what? All right. All right. All of the above. Now, my kids, they always get mad if I do Kahoot and I don't do this part. If I just log off, they want to see the podium. Who won? Who won? Who won? So I always have to click on that part. Okay. And then we know who's number 1. Becca. All right. Okay. All right. So I was asked to give you the, let me see if I can do it now. I'm going to, oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm going to put this in the chat. Oh, I don't know if it, okay, yeah, it did. Okay, so that's the link to the actual slide. So let's move on. So what is Nearpod? The next interactive activity that we want to talk about in the time I have left is Nearpod. So let's look at this clip to find out what Nearpod is. Lessons, your students can't wait to join. Collaborative engaging activities like virtual reality, simulations, and game quizzes. As the teacher, you'll always know where your students are in your class planning assessments. Open-ended questions,
Get started with what you already have. Upload any resources.
Sharon, can you turn the volume up?
Oh,
We hear it, but it's like very, very faint.
okay. Let me see if it's.
Get started even faster. Our library, free lessons and videos. Daunting partnership with some of your favorite brands. You can use them as is or customize to meet the unique needs of your students. What's your international lesson? Choose from free teaching modes. In your live participation mode, you control the pace as students participate on their devices, either in person or remotely with webcams. Students move through and participate on their own, whether they're working from home or in class working in centers, stations, or groups. With front of class mode, you can use Nearpod without student devices and facilitate collaborative discussions. Students
Sharon, there's actually a great suggestion in the chat box. If you could put the link to the video so that they can maybe watch it later when they can hear the audio.
Okay, yeah, this is
great.
it's only 1 minute. 1 minute and okay. I only chose a short one. Okay. So that just tells you what Nearpod is without me saying the whole thing again. It's very similar to Pear Deck, but they're different also. So what I have in the slide for you, and I won't read it all, but I'll just show it to you, is this is a Nearpod user guide. So you can, it's going to just show you how to use it, but I'm going to show you myself. But, you know, just in case you forget anything, I did include the user guide for that for you. Okay, so that's there. And so now let's go ahead and review a Nearpod sample lesson. Okay, so I made one for you. Okay. So Nearpod, before I even pull it up, Nearpod, you don't enter through Google Slides like you do Pear Deck. You simply type in nearpod.com and you can join Nearpod for free. Pear Deck is also free, but like any platform, they will ask you, do you want a executive copy, and you pay more. But to get a basic Nearpod or a basic Pear Deck is free. So you would just, you know, as instructors, we're not making a whole lot of money. You just would want the free mode. So this, but for Nearpod, I mostly import my slides from, I may do a PowerPoint and just import it. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. But the same thing is true. Let me do this first. And of course, we're not going to do the in-person one. So you would even choose student paced or live paced. So I'm going to do another live pace, and then I'll let you see what's in here, and then I'll actually go to a Nearpod. So once again, if you open up a new, you can close the old tab, open up a new tab, and then you're going to type in nearpod.com. This one, to join, is actually the name of it, nearpod.com. And then your code that you're going to use is RG9PA. And the program will automatically generate a code for you once you hit start lesson, just like Pear Deck does. And if you want to use that same lesson again, it's going to generate a new code unless you use it within, I think it's you can use the same code within 10 days, I believe. So let me write that code down because I don't. Okay. So here's the code again, RG9PA, and you're going to nearpod.com. And I see 9 participants are in already, so I'll wait another minute or so. All right, you're coming in. I got 17. Let's see if I can move this here. All right, 26 people. One more minute, guys. And I'm going to start. But again, you can still use the code to join. All right, this is a sample lesson I did, and these were the objectives, and we were working on equations and inequalities. All right, even within Nearpod or Pear Deck, you can add a video. I won't show this video, but this was a Khan Academy video where it just takes them through what the inequality symbols are, because I wanted them to know that for this lesson. So you can embed a video within your slides. However, in Nearpod, if you do it on your regular side, when you bring it to Nearpod, you have to do it again. I'm gonna show you why at the end, because it wants to, uh-oh, did I skip one? Sorry. I think I did. Okay, well, here it was. I can see the answers. I asked, let me see, I'm moving the things around a little. It says, write down a number that satisfies this inequality. And so I had n is less than 64. So now let's see who's answering. And then you see how it has the student's name here. And I can automatically see who understands it. LSS wrote 8, so that's true. So it could be any number that satisfies this inequality. So Murray wrote correctly. You know, you can kind of glance at what your students know. EM wrote 10. All right. But now let's see. So, and then it says how much participation you had. 82% of the students have already answered. So you can see that as well. All right. So, and this was just the open-ended questions. I'm going to show you how you get to them before we get out. All right. This is just a fun one that I did with little ones. You can choose this one if you want. Let's see. I let them choose which one, let's see. Oh, I see what's going on here. I didn't push continue. So in this activity, students have to pick, here's a student popping up. These are some students, they choose which character they want to be. And it's called Time to Climb. And so once we start, they answer a few questions and see who climbs to the top first. Okay, so I'm going to start right now, just in an effort to save time. I don't want to go over. So let's see. There you go. Oh, look at the characters. All right, so question 1. Which of these numbers can satisfy this inequality? N is greater than 54. All right, so we see who climbed up, and all of them can get it right, but whoever gets it fastest get the biggest point, of course. So here's the next one. I only put 3 questions. Okay, which statement is true? M less than 14 is less than 14. Which of these numbers can satisfy this inequality to make it true? And you can see them all spread it out right here. All right, this is the last one. Which answer can satisfy this inequality? N is greater than 25. So they have some choices and they write it. From the teacher end, this is what you see. From the student end, of course, they see the question and their choice. All right, and then of course you can tell who led the pack. All right, and then now this is another open-ended question. Write an inequality that shows you must be 16 years or older to drive. Write an inequality to show that. And you can see who may answer and who may not. Let's see. So you would say, you know, drive must be greater than, or D, okay, or you could write greater than 16. You can use any letter. N, N less than 16? Greater than 16. To drive, you must, so I may use the letter D. Maybe I would tell them that. But the point is that they can engage just by using Nearpod. You can see you can see the percent of engagement. You can see any misconceptions that the students have. And you can use it for reading or math. It doesn't have to just be math. I just chose math because that's what I teach, and I had some slides available. Okay, write an inequality to show you must be 48 inches to ride a roller coaster. So of course, you must be 48 inches or greater. So, you know, I just want you to see what you will see as a teacher. You will see your students and whether they answer or not, and what percent, okay? So I'm going to skip that in order to just save time. And then this one right here, I'm going to skip also. This is when I put a Khan Academy activity in here and we can do it together with them. You could add other things there as well. And then I added a Kahoot to it. Kahoot could be added in also. And then of course you end your lesson with the review and all right. So let's see here. Let me get back to the main. I'm gonna go back here. And now I'm gonna just go right here to, because I wanna show you this because I had that lesson already programmed. I mean, you know, linked to that presentation, but this is how it would look when you actually go to Nearpod. So because this is my own particular one, you may see like lessons down here that I've already done. But what you have also, Nearpod has a library of information of their own, like they have lessons already presented. But I do warn you about using their home. Some of it's not enough to be a full lesson. Some of it could be just one skill they're showing you, but you can type in here, you can use it and add to it and change it the way you want. You would just type in what you know, whatever skill you want to work on. Like if I type in adding, they'll show me any slide they have on that, but I've never used their whole slide as my lesson. So what I normally have to do is bring in my own PowerPoint. Let me show you how to do that. Let me show you how to do that. I normally would have to bring in my own PowerPoint. And you click create. And if you click create, when it says add slides, you could add your own slide. You can do it manually and add your slide, make your own slides. Or you can come right here to the activities. Here is all of the activities. This was time to climb. If you click on it, then you can type in whatever question you want. This is an open-ended questions. That's probably going to be more popular. Polls. So you can look at what each one of these activities are. Or like I said, if you go to add your own slide. If you want to add something from the web, it's gonna check it. It's gonna make its own page instead of just accepting the one that you have. So I would add a slide right from here. I would add a web link right from here instead of trying to bring one in, because it's an educational platform and they want to make sure that you're not bringing anything in, and they're not showing anything inappropriate from their site. So this is how you add your own slide, or you can upload your whole. This is what I most common do. I upload my own PowerPoint and then I add the interactive slides from here with Nearpod. So it's slightly different from Pear Deck, but it's still very, very useful. And it has its own library, which you really need to look through before you use it though. Okay. So let me ask about any questions before I move to the last couple of slides. Do we have any questions? All right. All right, so we are going to close. So today, I hope that you learned about the two interactive platforms, Pear Deck and Nearpod, and that it can be used with your classrooms and your adult learners. And hopefully you now know how to install the platforms and use in your individual classes. And you got a chance to participate as a student in the platform, to see the student experience, as well as looking on my screen to see what you would see as a teacher. And now I'm going to ask you to do a quick evaluation. Let me see, how can I link this on? I'm gonna put it in the, let's see. I'm going to put it in the chat, but I'll show you what it is. Let's see, did I hit? Okay. The first link is to the PowerPoint presentation. The second one is to the Pear Deck presentation evaluation. And it's just going to ask you, do you know how to add on Pear Deck for use in your class? Remember, it's an add-on from Google Slides. Do you know how to access Nearpod to use in your class? Hopefully you do. Are you comfortable with using Pear Deck activities with your students? And how comfortable are you comfortable with Nearpod? And then, do you think that these interactive lessons will better engage your adult learners? All right, so go ahead and take a moment and fill that out. And then we'll have just a few minutes at the end that we can answer any questions. All right, let's see. Do you need the link again? Is someone asking for the link again? Okay. I see the link in there, so just look in the chat. It was sent to everyone. All right. Okay, let me try to put it in again. Which link don't you, someone is saying I don't see it. Which link, to the PowerPoint or to this evaluation? Let me put this in. I'm going to put the evaluation link in again. All right. That's the evaluation link, and then I'll put the presentation link in once more. Maybe if I label it. Okay, let me get that link for you. All right, I put both of them in again and I labeled them. And we're going to spend the last few minutes answering any questions that you have. Let's see. The links are not. Okay.
Sharon, are you using panelists and all attendees?
Oh, maybe I was sending. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to use all. Okay, that's what happened. Thank you so much. Let me fix it, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, all panelists and attendees. Thank you. So this is the presentation link, and then let me put the evaluation link in again. Okay. All right, hopefully it's in now correctly. All right, it may be because this is from my Google, so if you cannot access it, what should we do, Miss? Should we, I guess if everyone leaves their email address, I can send you the slides. Actually, I have the slides saved as but how can I get it to you? Let's see. I have it saved as a PowerPoint, maybe because that is let me see. But how would I be able to?
Can you change permissions for the in the actual Google Doc?
I could if I knew how to do that. I could. Let's see. How can I do it?
Well, can you do that after the presentation, maybe?
Okay, sure. I will do that. I'll do that.
Yeah. Will that still work? I wonder if you do it.
I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Because let me see, right here. Yeah, I should be able to do it. Do we have the email of all the participants?
Gina might, but I don't.
Okay, okay, all right. Okay, guys, I'm very sorry about that glitch, but if you, I'm sure Gina has your email.
Yeah. Actually, is there like a share where you can say share with all instead of just within your organization?
Okay, let me see if I can do that. Okay, maybe this is where I can do that at. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, and what can I do? It was a share, so I just add the people's name here?
No. That'll take too long.
I know, so I'm trying to figure out.
So, we have our own evaluation.
Okay.
Unless this is, I'm sure this is
no,
different.
the evaluation, you can do the evaluation on your own, but I wanted them to have the presentation, and I know I sent it to PGCC as a PowerPoint, not as a Google slide. So I don't know how to get it to them that way.
Okay, well, the recording and all of the slides will be available if you choose to allow us to share them on the website.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but that still doesn't get the evaluation part that you want.
Okay, the evaluation part. If you have another one, that's fine. Or you can share that in the chat right now. Does everyone feel comfortable with using Pear Deck and Nearpod? That was basically the question that I was asking, hoping that after the presentation that you felt comfortable. At least.
Okay, yeah. So if people could if people could answer that question in the chat box, that would be fantastic for Sharon.
Okay, good. Yes, I feel comfortable. All right. Okay, good.
And so while you're doing that, I'm also going to leave the feedback survey for the Virtual Training Institute in the chat box. But you, as a participant, will be prompted with that after you leave the session. The other thing that I'm going to include here right now is the proof of participation. But we do ask that you only do one proof of participation after you've watched all of the sessions that you're planning to watch for the Virtual Training Institute. So proof of participation is going into the chat box right now. And so Sharon, thank you so much. I think that, you know, even with some of the technical glitches, which always happens in a technology presentation, I can speak from my own experience with that. It was a fantastic presentation. I feel like so many of the participants, of which we have 65, will be using Pear Deck and Nearpod in the near future with their classes. So thank you so much, Sharon, for your time. Thank you all to your taking your lunch hour to be with us this afternoon. Sharon, any closing thoughts?
No, I just thank you all so much for allowing me to share as a colleague of you all. We all do the same thing. And it was a pleasure being here with you all today. And I hope you get using it.
Yeah, absolutely. I see so many people eager to check it out. So, you know, that's the whole point of the Virtual Training Institute, to share tools and to share knowledge that maybe other people can find useful. So thank you all so much for your time this afternoon. We look forward to your future presentation or your future participation later this afternoon or tomorrow morning for day 4 of the Virtual Training Institute. Thank you so much for attending. Have a great afternoon.